Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, what an amazing day we've had in this space. A lot of news has been coming out. And of course, a lot of it has to do with what's going down the road with these ETFs and all that kind of stuff. And you got folks talking about, hey, look, you know what? They missed the filings and all this and that. And of course, it looks like there's a little bit of manipulation in there. But don't worry, they are going to get moved forward. And of course, the big question is, guys, for a lot of us right now, is this it? Is this it? Is this all we're going to see out of XRP this cycle? And guys, in my estimation, it is not even close to being finished. In fact, I believe we are about to see a major bounce for XRP, where a lot of folks are feeling like the thing's about to drop off the cliff. And why I believe that, guys, is because when we were back there in 2017, a lot of what was going on then is what's happening now. And there was a lot of fear in the marketplace. And a lot of people were capitulating their positions, kind of taking that profit off the table. Because remember, for a long time, XRP in 2017 was trading below 1 penny. It shot back up. Went up there like 10, 15 cents, bounced up to 20 some cents, bounced up a little higher than that, then came back down. And then it just kind of stayed there for a long time. And of course, there were some, scammy wicks that came in, just like we saw there. And a lot of people were getting spooked as they're thinking, well, goodness sake, I've seen all this profit. And if I don't act now, maybe it's all going to get evaporated. So I'm taking my chips off the table, which is what they did. And then shortly thereafter, the thing fired off to $3.84. And boy, did they ever lose. They left a lot of chips in this regard. They left a lot of unrealized gains, guys. They could have got all that if they had stuck it in there. I guess I'm using the wrong language. It wouldn't have been unrealized gains because they didn't have it in anymore. But basically, they missed out on all those potential gains. And that's what I think's happening right now. I think a lot of people, they got in there. They got in just around November there. They saw a major move in XRP. They're buying it at 50, maybe 60, 70 cents. Bang, up it goes, $3.60 some cents. Doesn't stay there very long, comes back down. Then it trends at that $3 range for a while, falls down. We had this big scammy wick, of course. And here we are bouncing again, above that $2.40 some cent range, bouncing between that and 260 and on and on. And it's scaring a whole lot of people. And they're thinking, well, maybe I need to take the profit that I'm seeing and just, take my chips off the table. And guys, I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a turnaround for XRP before the end of the year. And I think it's going to literally trampoline right out of where it is. And there's a lot of TA guys that are saying the same thing. And I'm going to put a few articles down in here where you can read this for yourself, where they're saying, hey, listen, we have literally gone through this corrective phase and we are right at the end of it. And XRP is literally about to fire off in a new impulsive move. I think a lot of people are going to miss that. And of course, on top of it, what is going on? We got so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt being flooded in to this, ecosystem for XRP right now. It is crazy. I have not seen the volume of FUD that we're getting now is undoing a lot of what we've seen in the past. This is a tremendous amount. And I have to imagine, okay, why is that going on? I mean, for instance, why would you see collusion like that with respect to the filing of these XRP ETFs, if not to kind of keep the lid on it and all that kind of stuff? And for me, guys, I'm thinking the reason they did is because, of course, you got a lot of them investing in these SPACs. And my idea is they want to keep the price low. They are buying it up like crazy. Do you know who is actually gobbling up XRP? It is major institutions and big time whales. They're buying it like crazy. Now ask yourself, do you think they're acting like there is something to be afraid of when they're gobbling it up into the billions and hundreds of millions of dollars worth? Do you believe that? No, of course, they're not afraid at all. But they want you and I to be afraid about our small investments and things like that. That right there should tell you volumes of what you need to know about the value of your XRP. XRP and its utility is hands down one of the greatest digital assets that we have ever seen in this space for its utility and what it can do. And yeah, it seems like, hey, every bit of good news, kind of the price even drops. That to me just makes it even more bullish, long term. And I think in the short term, yes, we are going to see a major move for XRP. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen quick, guys. That is my 100% biased opinion. Now, of course, like I said, I share that opinion with a lot of these, different TA guys that are saying that. You got to go out there and build up your conviction, guys, because I'll tell you what, if space is anything but boring, and it will test you in ways that you can't imagine. Judy and I, look, we have been buying XRP way before the lawsuit was even laid down. That's how long we've been in the space. We've seen every kind of up, down, sideways price action you can imagine. We've been tested in almost every way, and our conviction is still as strong as ever, if not even stronger. And I have been out coaching guys this week and talking to them about how they ought to get out there and be balanced in their portfolio towards the achievement of their goals. And guys, I believe goals can be achieved. Judy and I are doing the very same thing. In fact, today I was sharing with somebody that I was coaching. I said, look, if this ship's going down, then we're all going down together, because we are all in. This is not just talk. Boy, I'll tell you what, are we ever walking the walk in a big way? And I am coming out and sharing my perspective and my belief and my, conviction, guys, to motivate you to get out there and really start digging for yourself and see what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, you can't even imagine the stuff that has been going down in the last short while has been truly stupendous. And on top of that, I mean, do you think that Ripple went out there and making these acquisitions like G Treasury, like Hidden Road, the ETFs, the fact that all these ETFs, just by happenstance, did not get filed properly, and you got Canary knew about it, guys, because, they filed correctly their ETF for HBAR and Solana. They didn't do it for XRP, along with each and every one of the other ones. Well, that seems to be like some coordinated deal. And I'll tell you, it makes me as bullish as ever when I see that kind of coordination going on. I am not letting them shake me out or scare me out or spook me out of my position some way when I have been in this situation for so long and have seen all the information that you would need. When in doubt, zoom out. Have the fundamentals changed, guys? Have the fundamentals for XRP changed, not on your life. So why, oh why, are you letting yourself drop beads of sweat over, somebody else's belief? Oh, the whole thing might... Well, I'll tell you what, if that falls over like that and we get those opportunities, that's exactly what I'm going to view it as. Opportunity. And ask yourself this: would you rather be accumulating now at $2.40 some cents, or would you rather be doing that at $20 and some cents? There you are, right there. There's going to be coming a time, I literally believe this, that folks are going to look back at the prices that we're getting XRP for right now, and they are going to weep for these prices. That's right. They're not going to be scared. They're going to look back and think, why, oh, why did I not gobble up as much as I could when I had the chance to do it? That's what I really believe is going to happen. And we've watched that happen with so many other things. I remember the day that I knew about Bitcoin, and my gosh, Judy is never going to let me live this one down. She was the one encouraging me to buy it, but my bias, I was so biased against it. And I was like, no way, the only people using this are, drug dealers and deviants and all this kind of stuff, is what I was kind of saying. And of course, I was biased against it. Boy, oh boy, if I could go back in time and rewind, what I was saying there, and just put a little bit of cash in, what a difference that would have made. And that's why I think of this space, and I look at XRP, and we're not just into XRP. Of course, we have XLM and Hedera Hashgraph. There's a few different ones out there that Judy and I have. Of course, I share my portfolio in coaching when I go through coaching, tell people where we're at and stuff like that. But guys, I'm going to tell you something. We've done our homework. We went out there and really went through all the factors that we needed to do to make that decision. And I am encouraging you to do it. Guys, so many people are completely oblivious to the change that is coming big time with our financial system and changing us into this new digital economy. It is going to happen. And it's not speculation, guys. We've got the actual evidence to show that this is absolutely a fundamental fact. You got the International Monetary Fund, the Bank of International Settlements, of course, even the Federal Reserve, they're all in on this distributed ledger technology game. You've got practically every nation state around the wide world out there in the process of developing central bank digital currencies. And do you think that they're putting in the billions upon billions and even trillions, right, into this ecosystem with no intention of ever using it? Come on, guys. I know you're way beyond that. You guys are an amazing community. We love you so much, and we want you to make it. Guys, zoom out. Do not let yourself get fudded out or shaken out. Make that decision in here for yourself. That's what we encourage you to do. And guys, I just love you so much. I cannot wait for you to experience what Judy and I did. A major bull run and alt season. Guys, it will blow your ever loving mind. So I'll tell you what, until tomorrow when we have another fantastic coffee chat, guys, I sure hope you have an absolutely fabulous one and take care.